your question is, what do you mean by minimalist? And that is something that I spoke about in the previous answer. Minimalist is not, it is not about having a lot of things. It's all about having the less things which you can live with. And here we can apply the 80-20 principle. If I ask you how many clothes do you have and what is the percentage of clothes that you use, you may say that I have got 100 pieces of clothes and I use only 10 to 15 of them, or maybe 3 or 4 of them. If I ask you, okay, you have got 3 cars, how many cars do you use on a regular basis? I use just 1 or 2 cars. I don't use all the 5 cars which I have with me. Okay, how many bedroom do you have? I got 4 bedroom. How many bedroom do you use? I just use 1 bedroom. You got 12. Okay, whatever it is, whatever in life, we have to ask ourselves, what is that we need for us to move forward? And number 2, how much extra do we have? And once you are having that sort of mind to take away and give away that extra, whatever it is, then you will be absolutely free, because you don't have anything in your home which is cluttering you. Now I'll tell you why. The things that are in your house, okay, whatever it is, whether it's in your cupboard, whether it's in your kitchen, your storeroom, your dining hall, wherever it is, when you look at those things, all those things which are right now in your house is something that you are paid for. You have bought that from the store, from the shop, from the marketplace. You have bought those things. Now, anything that you buy which you do not use on a regular basis is going to become a clutter in your house. It's going to take space. It's going to take mental space. It is going to take physical space as well. So you have to ask yourself, before buying something, you need to ask yourself, is this something that I really need, not want? There's a difference between want and need. Are these things something that I really need in my life? If I need is something that I'll be using on a consistent basis, then yes, take it. Otherwise, you don't take it, because you have to declutter everything. Now, let me ask you, and let me give an example. If you take people like Steve Jobs, he's a rich person, and he's no more. But if you look at his house is very simple. That's how, because you need to ask, what is that you need? If you look at me, you will see me only wearing a black and a white t-shirt. I don't wear more than that. I have got shirts, very little I keep myself, but I wear only black and white, nothing else. Similarly, if you look at any of those people, they have very limited amount of things. They don't buy a lot of things. A very, very good example of minimalism in India that during our period is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Minimalism, 3 pant or 2 pant, 1 trouser. That's minimalism. Minimalism is not about where you are. You can be at the highest level in your life, but still you can live with what is necessary. I'll give one more example so that it becomes very simple for you and for those who are listening to me right now. I've seen people going to the hypermarket or sports shops to buy those treadmills and so forth for doing exercise. They said that we don't have time to go to the gym, so let's buy a treadmill so that I and my wife and my kids can exercise on a daily basis. So I remember once I saw one of my friends getting on to Lulu hypermarket in the Middle East. I said, see, don't buy this, because if you're going to buy, it's going to be a hanger for your clothes after 1 or 2 months. And after 6 or 7 months, when I saw him, I asked him this question, what is your treadmill doing? And he laughed and said, Sensei, what you mentioned the day that I was going to buy this, that's exactly what happened right now, because I don't run on that. My wife doesn't have time for it. My kids, they play around, and we never go on to a treadmill. And today, all our clothes, whenever we come out of the office, we throw it on top of that. Now, it has become a clutter for you. So minimalism is about decluttering. That's a key word. Decluttering everything which is unwanted in your life. Your unwanted thoughts, unwanted things, whether physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. Talking about other people which you're not concerned is also minimalism. Minimalism is to keep it yourself. Be minimum and be very clear about what you want, what you need, and live with that happily. Okay, because there is something that these are people who can achieve things, but they don't have to. I've seen a lot of I have a teacher who lives in minimalism. I mean, he's got crores and crores, I'll tell you. He's a coach, and he makes crores and crores, but the way that he lives, you will never be able to identify that he's a rich person. He will live so minimum. It's not being miser, okay? It's not about that. They know the value. but they still ask themselves, what is it I need? And this could be people who are giving, majority of them, they give as charity, and that is something I love doing, charity, so that they know that these are the people, those are the people that need something, and they share whatever they have with them. So that is an example of minimalism, and I believe I was able to answer your question.